already happening that all stocks and the stock market as a whole will be tokenized on the chain. However, the Nasdaq's recent announcement is extremely important and we must discuss it. So, everyone, welcome to PeopleCoin channel. If you are new to the channel, I hope you will subscribe by the end of this video. Now let's quickly move on to the tokenized market. $21,620,000,000, 0 cents in total RWOs on the chain. Stocks themselves, approximately $500 million, 0 cents. Nothing major as of yet. The good news is that tokenization of stocks is beginning. The absurd thing about this is that more than $55,400,000, 0 cents of the total value is made up of XRP. Well, it's wonderful to see XRP make some waves here, but Algorand is clearly winning because they have over $408,800,000, 0 cents, connected to Algorand alone. Additionally, I've discovered that there is currently more than $114 million, 0 cents linked to the XRP ledger. In fact, this has increased by about 10% during the past 30 days. It was also evident that ARKX was the primary growth here. Thus, ARKX did increase the XRP ledger by more than $109 million, 0 cents. We would be well over $200 million, 0 cents if we were. However, tokenized equities, tokenized treasuries, global bonds, and similar securities are the major focus here. Additionally, we may observe that the XRP ledger currently has 4 goods. Additionally, $55,400,000, 0 cents, was spent on stocks, which is fantastic for a company like ARKX. Do I now believe that there will be a significant increase in the number of RWAs associated with the XRP ledger? 100% DIB. Do I believe that the current value on the XRP ledger will have an impact on the price of XRP? Not at all. This is less than 10%, not even 10%, 0.1% of XRP's market capitalization. Therefore, neither the price nor the value of XRP itself will be impacted by this. It's a nice beginning, but we still need a lot more RWA value linked to the ledger. Speaking more specifically about that, we are aware that in recent months, there has been a significant increase of CEOs pleading with the SEC to move forward with tokenization. Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood, did urge the SEC to amend investor regulations and permit equity tokenization for businesses back in January. In the same month, Larry Fink stated that he strongly believes in cryptocurrency and tokenization, and he wants the SEC to quickly authorize RWA tokenization. Take a look. As a fervent supporter of cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and tokenization, I would like the SEC to quickly authorize the tokenization of stocks and bonds. As a result, we are beginning to witness a significant acceleration of the push for RWA tokenization, which is primarily coming from the regulatory side. Correct. Additionally, we are aware that this was observed at the start of the month. How much potential does tokenization have? So significant that Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, just devoted a significant portion of his most recent annual letter to investors on tokenization. Any asset, including stocks, bonds, funds, and more, can be tokenized. If they are, investing will undergo a revolution. Here, tokenization is completely broken down. Look as though BlackRock is the source of this. An asset manager who is linked to $10 trillion, 0 cents. Additionally, if we are considering some of these names, such as Securitize, what are they? Securitize is an institutional participant with support from BlackRock. Here, we also offer private credit for commodities. You are bound by global ties. However, it is crucial that you pay close attention to the names as you read through this. For instance, scrolling down reveals that BlackRock already has $2,500,000,000, 0 cents linked to it through Securitize. There are other players here who are also tokenizing a significant amount of money. BlackRock is the primary force behind this. In the game, BlackRock is murdering it. And that's precisely why BlackRock is beginning to place such a strong emphasis on tokenization. Additionally, they are pleading with the SEC to support this. Additionally, we have the entire addressable market here, which explains why Larry Fink is so firmly committed to tokenization. As of right now, the total value of all tokenized assets is less than $250 billion, 0 cents. In all honesty, if we consider the whole worth of stablecoins, $21.62 billion is really little if we remove stablecoins from the list. We're a touch above $250 million, 0 cents, or rather $250 billion, 0 cents, when you add the entire RWE on-chain. The entire addressable market for RWAs is around $750 trillion, 0 cents. So that's still nothing. Private credit, U.S. currencies, corporate bonds, U.S. Treasury debt, non-U.S. government debt, stocks, commodities, and even real estate are all split down here to show the complete addressable market. Please note that we don't even have derivatives on this page. This swiftly raises the $750 trillion, 0 cents, to well over $1 quadrillion, making it a tremendous, huge area of interest. We still have a lot more growth left to achieve in this market when we compare what is happening here to where we are at the moment. There will be an enormous influx of institutional participants and users, both in terms of value and volume. Furthermore, let's examine the announcements made by the NASDAQ. Back on March 7th, they declared that the NASDAQ stock market will now offer 24-hour trading. All right, so this was announced back in early March. The markets are always active when it comes to trading. Additionally, the question here is not if we can create a market that is open around the clock, but rather how to do so in a way that boosts investor confidence in the current state of the U.S. capital markets. Given the way the current administrator is acting, I do believe that stablecoins and DLT will be used to accomplish